How's it going, and welcome to Villains Voiced, a series where I go over certain NPCs and give them certain lines and interactions which they may have with a party to really liven them up. In this video, we will be looking at Sephek Kaltro, a individual which your players may interact with and may have, mixed feelings about. But before I go into anything major, I must warn you that there will be spoilers. And players that are actually planning on playing in A Rime of the Frost Maiden, kindly go away. And DMs that actually plan on DMing this adventure, go ahead and stick around, because I think this villain certainly requires a certain gentle touch. Alright, now that the player's gone, let's go ahead and get started. So Sephek Kaltro is, in the book, listed as, just a murderer. But the thing is he's not just murdering random people. He is murdering specific individuals that are trying to shirk their way out of the lottery that is going around the 10 towns. And with that in mind, there is a sort of weird sense of justice going on with this character. Evil as they may be, of course, there is at least some argument to be had about their motivations. So your players go ahead and search around and find this one individual. And Sephek will say,
"How do you do? Name's Sephek Kaltro, and I work for Torg's Caravan. What business do you have for us?"
If your players interact with this individual and see that their eyes are glowing blue, and most important of all, how they're walking around the bitter cold with very little gear on, he will reply,
"Oh, that. I was born on the holiday of midwinter, and received Auril's blessing. All those born on that day stave off the worst of the cold like me."
If your players go to confront Sephek Kaltro and try and suss out his motivations and if he truly is the killer, he will reply,
"What makes you think I'm the one doing the killings? I'm just a simple trader. Methinks you're barking up the wrong tree. You think people shirking their way out of the lottery is a good thing? By dodging the lottery, they are condemning someone else to death in their stead. Is that justice to you? I'm not saying what's right and what's wrong. I'm simply saying how things currently are."
If your players continue to grill Sephek, he will go ahead and threaten them with,
"Don't mess with me, or Torg's gonna make your life a living hell in the towns. She has everyone in her grasp."
And if they finally push Sephek to the breaking point, he will reply,
"Persistent, aren't you? Fine. It's true. I am the cold-hearted killer you seek. I bring justice where there is lawlessness. I kill those that would avoid fair trials. So, what are you gonna do about it? If you try and take me down, I'm not going without a fight, and from where I'm standing, I like my odds."
if a fight ensues, he will fight, and fight he is good at. He does a tremendous amount of damage, and will certainly single out individual targets. After knocking down any one individual, he will yell out,
"I could kill them right here, right now, or you could let me go. We can walk away with our lives. That's up to you."
If the fighting is not going his way, and it looks like he is clearly going to lose, he will go ahead and say,
"I yield. I give up. I can't go on. Just don't kill me."
Should your players interrogate Sephek Kaltro after this, he will go ahead and expout,
"The one you see before you is not Sephek Kaltro. That one died long ago. I merely inhabit his body, my soul nestled tight inside. Please allow me this second chance at life. I was a druid that lived off the land in the frigid north until the cold consumed me. Sephek Kaltro was a mariner who shared in my fate of death, but I was given another shot at life. Do you not see the good I do? How the rich and the powerful are able to skirt the line of life and death while the rest wallow in despair. Do you not see that that is true injustice? Take me in if you must. I simply wish to live. I wish to live like I have never lived before.
If your players do not like the idea of Sephek roaming free and they strike him down, he will expout in his dying breaths.
You may have stopped me, but you will not stop the endless winter. Death comes for you all.
And you know, that's it. Just a couple of lines to really get you into the mindset of Sephek Kaltro. He may be lying during all this. He may be trying to coerce the players into living so that he can go ahead and strike again. But who's to say if his twisted sense of justice isn't what he truly believes? Maybe it could be the fact that he is killing simply in the name of Auril, but it could be for other motivations. Maybe your players will actually understand his motivations and understand that this is a moral gray area. What do they do about it? What if they try and investigate more on who Sephek Kaltro truly was in life? Was Sephek Kaltro merely a simple mariner? Maybe he himself was a worshipper of Auril, and that is why his body is being able to be inhabited. Maybe Sephek Kaltro was one of the pirates aboard the Dark Duchess, and maybe his cruel nature in life is what led him to falling astray in death. Maybe one of your players actually was from the Dark Duchess and knows Sephek Kaltro, but the Sephek Kaltro they see before them doesn't recognize who they are. That could be absolutely fascinating. But all of this is just absolute food for thought. Go ahead and tell me how you plan on running Sephek Kaltro. Is he just going to go ahead and be a murderer? Or is he going to be a little bit more? Or maybe even a little bit less. He could just be just a guy that just stands there and is waiting to kill some players. Who knows? But that is going to do it for me. I can't wait to hear all y'all's information because I love hearing all this stuff. My group had a really tough time actually deciding if they wanted to kill Sephek. In the end, they did, though. So sad. That's going to do it for me, though. Thank you all for watching, and have a good time.